Hello, welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbao. And tonight, Ghana's Medeama will take on Egypt champions AlAhly in the first game of the Champions League group stage in Cairo. Well, ahead of that game, head coach of the Ghanaian champions, Ivan Zadate, says the team is unfazed by the pedigree of AlAhly and they are poised to secure a positive result from the game on Saturday at the Al Salam Stadium. He's been speaking at a pre-game press briefing in Cairo.
Well, talking of tomorrow's game, we are coming to this game eager to steal the show at the expense of AlAhly that share the same ambition. Because I know AlAhly will be the giant of Africa, number one rated team in Africa. We are just beginners. Let's come tomorrow. We want to demonstrate what we can also show to the African. As a coach of Medeama, Ghana, areas I'm looking at. One is the functional guideline of AlAhly. Functional guideline, I mean their formational play. Two, the system of play. If I'm to define the system of play, I mean it is the functional guideline of the team within which each player has his own position, area of play, and duties to perform. And finally, I'm looking at tactics. Tactics, I mean aiming at success. Well, I have an idea of my opposition, AlAhly. I know how they will approach the game. I know the tactics to apply. I know how eager they are to win the game tomorrow. I also have my secrets under my sleeves just to frustrate AlAhly to ensure that I go back home to Ghana with positive result. There is no pressure on me whether AlAhly is playing at their own backyard or playing in a neutral, on a neutral ground. All that I know is I'm one coach. I've been to World Cup in Ghana four times. I've gone to several places when it comes into set competitions. All that I know is I'm sacking my boys to get ready for action on Saturday. We are poised to face AlAhly, who happens to be the giants of Africa. We are playing 10v10 on the field of play, with the exception of the goalkeepers. Adding up, making 11 versus 11. All that I have to be cautious come tomorrow because I know definitely AlAhly will come all out in attacking game. It's also my responsibility as a coach to ensure a strategy plan to deny them or to prevent them from scoring. Irrespective of that, I am not telling my fans or no you media I'm coming today to defend. I'm combining the two. I'm defending to attack and attacking to defend. That is my secret.
Well, we know Ghana FA Cup winners Dreams FC will also engage Tunisian giant Club Africain on Sunday in their CAF Confederations Cup group stage encounter there. Well, it's the first time the Medeama will be playing in this stage of the competition, and the Deul-based club will be hoping to get off to a bright start when they face the Tunisian giant in that game on Sunday. Well, while they are away, there will also be action in the Ghana Premier League, and Kumasi and Kotoko themselves will be in action. They will be coming. They will be traveling to Sogakope to face Legon Cities in their Ghana Premier League encounter. Aduana Stars are also in action. So let's just take a look at the Ghana Premier League fixtures coming up this weekend, because the action does continue. Across the folk themselves, after picking a win in midweek, will be looking to continue in that form. So Nations FC will be hosting Karela United at the Dr. Kwame Chase Sports Complex, and it's Legon Cities at the Wafa Park in Sogakope when they look to host Kumasi and Kotoko, who got a win over Medeama and their last game on Sunday at the Barra Sports Stadium. Of course, Medeama themselves were supposed to play Great Olympics, but it has been postponed because of their CAF Champions League engagement. Hunter Folk, crucial win in midweek against the Accra Lions, so they'll be looking to replicate that when they host Bekum Chelsea also at the Accra Sports Stadium. So Treman will also be in action against Heart of Lions. Then Dreams FC and Bofokatano's game also postponed because of Dreams FC engagement. And Samatex will play Real Time United, and Adriana, who are league leaders, will host Accra Lions at the Nana Ajimambedu Park. Bechem United will also play Bibiani Gold Stars, and Bibiani Gold Stars, they have sacked their coach, and with their interim coach, will be hoping to make some great stride when they play host to and they play host to Bichem United over there. But Ghana International, the international break is over, and that means that the major European leagues return with some big games, and we'll tell you about that later. But first, Ghanaian forward Felix Afena Gyan has promised to get back to his best after struggling with form in the last few months. The 20-year-old rose to fame back in 2021 at Roma under Jose Mourinho, but since joining Cremonese in August 2022, his performance have not improved as expected. Afena Gyan has begun training after being out of action since September due to an injury, and he vows to become a better player than he ever was. He's been speaking to the club media.
I'm recovering so good. I started running like last week, and hopefully I'll be joining the team soon, maybe next week probably, yeah.
Okay. And how are you looking forward to it?
I want to get back on my feet, play football, yeah, that's what I enjoy, yeah. So I need to play football, yeah.
You enjoy playing football,
yeah.
So that's all you want to do?
Yeah, no.
Golden boy, that's what we've known you the past few years, a year or two, from the time you burst onto the scene at Roma and everything you've done in international football with the Black Stars. How eager are you to get back to playing? How eager?
I have the passion for football, and I love doing it, so yeah. I want to get back, the scoring goals, help my team win, yeah.
Mm-hmm. What do you want to do with Cremonese? What do you want to do?
We are playing the second league, and I'm hoping we come back to the Serie A again, yeah, which is our main priority, yeah, and we are working towards it, yeah.
You have big potential, huge potential. So in this football career you have, this is your chosen path. There are those who say, Mambo football, what do you want to do in football, with your football?
Yeah, I want to be a great player. I want to be great in life. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Yeah, I want to be great. Yeah.
And then how do you do that? How do you achieve that? Because
it all depends on hard work.
Good.
So if I work hard, I believe in myself, I can meet my targets, meet my goals. Yeah.
Maybe there are those who feel you may have lost a bit of your confidence the past few months. What are you doing about it? What about that? What about that bit?
Like they say in life, there's always ups and downs. So yeah, and I'm hoping, I'm working hard towards it to get back on my feet. Be more than what I was. And yeah, I strongly believe in myself. Yeah, I can do it. Yeah.
Let's get to Germany now, also for some update ahead of the Bundesliga action over there. And Chris Harrington is with our partner station DWTV, and he joins me all the way from Berlin for some update on it. Chris, thanks for making time again with us. I mean, the table leaders, Bayern Leverkusen, they have a 2-point lead over Bayern Munich. And the question is, are we likely to see a change in the standings of the Bundesliga at the upcoming match day?
It's hard to say if this upcoming match day we'll see that change when you look at the teams that each side plays. Bayern have Cologne. That should be a very interesting matchup because that's the same fixture that the season ended on last season. And that result that Cologne basically lost that match thanks to Jamal Musiala's heroics for Bayern Munich. That handed Bayern Munich an 11th straight title. So I'm sure Cologne players remember that, and they have a bone to pick. They've played Bayern relatively tight the last two matchups, that defeat, but prior to that, it was level. And that could hold Bayern's progress up a bit. I mean, it's a 2-point cushion. When we start adding to that cushion, you're going to need a game or maybe a couple of matches to make up for that. Leverkusen or at Werder Bremen, I think Leverkusen, when you look at what they've done under Xabi Alonso, I mean, in their last 17 matches, 16 wins, I believe, and 1 draw. They're remarkable. They are the team to beat, even when you have the players you expect more offensive production from in your Victor Boniface. You see other players step up like them all, though. One player specifically that has been very heroic as of late. So I think this will be a very slow race. I don't think this will be this will be decided or can be decided in one particular match. Obviously when the two sides face off one another against one another again, this will be a telling sign and more of a deciding factor. But I think right now it'll still be Leverkusen just a nose ahead of Bayern Munich in the standings as it is now.
Xabi Alonso doing really good work with Leverkusen. But let's talk about the 17-year-old Nestor Irakunda, the Australian international who has, been signed by Bayern Munich. But we understand that the Australian international head coach has been, raising concerns about the 17-year-old joining Bayern Munich. What has his concerns been? And what do you think? Is he going to thrive at Bayern Munich?
Yeah, coming out of Australia, he's a 17-year-old wonder kid. They compare him to Alphonso Davies. I think Alphonso Davies, he's one player Bayern Munich currently have. They brought him from Canada. He's already been rumored to leave, maybe linked to Real Madrid. They seem to have him on their shopping list. So Bayern go shopping. And a 17-year-old player doesn't really have much opportunity or much hope. The perception is, at least for Bayern Munich. But in recent years, you can look at Alphonso Davies, a teenage sensation. You look at Jamal Musiala, a teenage sensation. I think the reservations come. The Socceroos coach, Graham Arnold, he warns it because he doesn't want to see Nestroy get lost in the shuffle, right? Collect dust on the bench for a long time, doesn't really get the repetitions needed to develop not only his confidence, but also his skill sets as well. Bayern's second division team, they play in such an underdeveloped league. He might be too good for that right now. Irakunda has been earmarked to become quite the exceptional player, as a lot of young talents are touted to be. And there's really no reason I don't see he can't fulfill his potential at Bayern Munich. But that's what the head coach, Graham Arnold, those were his reservations because we've seen it before. You could just even look between the posts. You could look at Alexander Nubel. He was a young talent that was intended to be brought over to replace Manuel Neuer. Well, they keep on having to ship him out because they can't get him the repetitions to keep him satisfied and ready to be called on a moment's notice. They have to keep him on the pitch. And let's see, what'll happen. Maybe he gets an opportunity in the second half of the season to make a debut. Bayern has promoted young talent. I don't see what makes him any different, but it's understandable that, the head coach of their national team in Australia has reservations because he wants that young player to maybe represent his country. And without those repetitions, without those minutes on the pitch, maybe he doesn't get that opportunity. I think that's what Graham Arnold, his position really is in this instance.
Well, interesting, Chris. We appreciate your time. Thank you very much. And, of course, wishing you the very best this weekend. And we look forward to those games in the Bundesliga this weekend. But let's head all the way to Abu Dhabi, where the final of the Formula One season will be held. And the free practice one has ended ahead of that final in Abu Dhabi. And drivers have been revving up, revving up their engines in anticipation of what is to be expected. Now, my colleague Nathan Olato is all the way there. He monitored the practice today and he came through with his update.
Free practice one is over, so we're just getting ourselves ready for the very big one. That's free practice 2, which could usher us into the main game itself. So, Lewis Hamilton's garage. The team's getting themselves ready. Other team members over here, just take a look at them. All right. Hi guys, how you doing? All the best, all the best. All right, so this is how it's been so far. Free practice one. There's been an amazing air show. If you take a quick look at what's been happening in the sky, the colors still not done yet. We have a few predictions after free practice one. What do you think? You think it's going to be a Verstappen day once again?
I think so. I think there's a lot of excitement.
Yeah.
The practice today was really interesting. Yeah. A lot of energy, and I think it's going to be a good race.
All right, let's see how it goes. Hi, how you doing? Everything Okay, great stuff. Now we're just trying to, figure out how it's going to go tomorrow, because at the end of the day, it's the excitement and the drama that will come that matters. After seeing free practice 1, what are your thoughts?
Okay. I think it's going to be an amazing race. I'm just so excited. I can't even talk.
All right. So this is what normally will happen ahead of a very big race. Eric is also a very, very big Formula One fan, very, very regular. His venue is used normally for the viewing parties. Now, Eric, tell me, the clock is ticking, teams are getting themselves ready. This is the ground. What are your expectations for the weekend?
I'm expecting fireworks. I'm expecting drama. I'm expecting a Lewis Hamilton win.
Lewis Hamilton win for you as well. But tell me, generally,
it's controversial.
okay.
Exciting stuff happening in Abu Dhabi, and of course, we're going to keep tabs on it and bring you up to speed on all that does happen. Make a date to watch any of the Ghana Premier League games this weekend and any of the centres close to you. We do have more stories also on myjoyonline.com/sports. Thank you so much for being part of it the entire week. My name is Razak Musbao, and for my producer, Banaya, have a lovely evening.